guys, Married at First Sight season 9. Have you heard the latest rumor on the street? Apparently, Jamie's fiance is speaking out. Mhm. Allegedly, Jamie has a fiance and she's speaking out. Can we please talk about his fiance? You heard me right. Of course, I am doing this on Facebook in my Married at First Sight group. Then it will be uploaded to YouTube. So welcome back to Church Girls Want to Get Married To. My name is Janice Hylton Thompson, and yes, honey, we are talking about Jamie's fiance. Let me invite a few ladies. Yeah, how are you doing? How are you enjoying season 9? The couples are heading home from their honeymoon. They went to Antigua, learned a lot about the couples. Again, the couples, if you're not aware, Keith and Iris. Iris, the alleged virgin who participates in variations of sex. And then there's Jamie and Elizabeth. I love and I adore Jamie. And then there is Matt and Amber. And then there is Deonna and Greg. Yes. I love it. So how are you enjoying this season? How are you enjoying it? I'm really enjoying this season. I'm excited about the couples returning home. Hi, Gina. Hi, Gina. Gina, we have to get together. We have to meet up. I'm coming up there in Boston before it gets really home. So how are you guys enjoying this season? I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the couples going back home. Apparently, they're all going to be living in the same apartment building. That should be interesting. I think it's good for support for the couples. And so they don't have to go too far to get some support. So I'm excited. And I can't wait to see how they adjust to living together. I think that's going to be the hard part for a lot of the couples. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen this season as they're living together. And for the first time in Married at First Sight history, all the couples are living in the same building. Yes. So alleged. This is all alleged. Jamie's fiance is speaking out. And there is a letter from her. Jamie's fiance is speaking out live now. And so I'm going to read the letter and I'm going to translate it to you because, a lot of people's calling him scum and all these other adjectives. And, I'm on his side. I'm really on Jamie's side. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm on Jamie's side. Bettina, hello, my darling. Hello, welcome. Have you guys seen Jamie's fiance's letter, allegedly? This is all alleged, even though it came from a very, very good source. But, I have to use alleged. Have you guys seen it? Gina, I haven't seen it. Bettina, I haven't seen it. So I'm going to read the letter for you guys, okay? I'm going to read the letter for you. And then I'm going to translate the letter. And I'm going to explain why I'm on Jamie's side. A lot of people are like, you on his side, but why? He left her, he lied. I can translate it. Let me translate the letter for you. Okay? All right. So, I wanted to print it out. I forgot to take it to work to print it out. And I forgot that Hudalicious had moved my printer because I had to set up my little stage back here. So I don't have it. I have to read it off the paper and translate it. But it was so much better to translate if I had it on paper. But, we have to do the best with what we have. Yes. So Jamie's fiance has come out. Okay, so first I'm going to read the letter, and then I'm going to go back and no, I can't have the letter, and translate the letter for you. So wait, am I in the right? Am I in the right? Yes, I am. Okay. So I want to know what you guys thought. What are your thoughts? For a second. If you've read the letter, what are your thoughts on the letter? Let me find it, which I thought I did, but I started doing something else. Let's see if I can find it better on my phone. So I'm going to translate this letter for you guys. And I'm going to tell you why Amber is looking as if she might fall in the same trap that Jamie's alleged fiance fell into, and how a lot of women will probably fall in this trap and have fallen in this trap, and which is why a lot of women are, mad at men and blah blah blah. Okay, found the letter. Okay, so here it is. And please do not look at my nails. I know, I need to go get done. I was hanging with hubby today and I was like, forget that, I can do that next weekend when he's away. Okay, so the letter. It says, from our beautiful sister, I won't call her name, this is going to be on YouTube. She says, my BFF drives for Lyft in Charlotte, North Carolina, and met Jamie's fiance over the 4th of July holiday. Okay, so I'm going to read the letter, and then I'm going to go back and translate. Well, I guess it's safe to say now that she's his former fiance, since she found out he went off and married a stranger. Oh wait, let me scroll down. Okay. So we will call her name Alleged Becky. Let's call her Becky, okay? Becky, not her real name, of course, revealed to my friend that around a year ago, she and Jamie started a romantic relationship. After 8 months together, they were engaged and had gone house hunting and chosen their dream home, and were even planning to get a dog. Becky felt like everything was going perfectly. The only gray cloud was that Jamie told her he was not close to his family, and in fact didn't speak to them at all. He said his parents got angry when he decided to move to Charlotte, North Carolina, and they hadn't spoken to him since he moved. I have a big question mark there because I don't remember him talking about he moved somewhere. Okay, so it's a big question mark for me. Okay. Just past the 8-month mark of their relationship, Jamie told Becky that he felt he needed to go home and make amends with his family. Jamie also said he felt like things might be moving too fast. He just needed some time and some space, but they agreed this wasn't a break and that they were still engaged. Still confident in their future together, Becky went ahead and purchased their dream home. Let me read that again. Still confident in their future together, Becky went ahead and purchased their dream home. She missed Jamie, but she wanted to be supportive. supportive. Okay. Let's see if anybody else came on while I was reading. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, let's read on, darlings. Shortly after leaving to make amends with his parents, all of Jamie's social media went dark and he essentially ghosted Becky. She couldn't understand what was happening until one of her friends, Jill, call her Jill, invited her out for the night because she needed to talk to her. Becky knew Jill had been trying to get pregnant, so she was very excited, thinking the talk was going to be about pregnancy announcements. Becky asked where Jill wanted to meet, and the response was somewhere with the bar. It was then she knew this wasn't going to be a pregnancy announcement. Okay, let's read on. Becky isn't much of a TV watcher and definitely doesn't watch the reality show and doesn't watch reality TV. In fact, she never even heard of Married at First Sight. Jill, however, does watch TV and happened to catch a preview from Married at First Sight, and to her surprise, there was Jamie getting married to a stranger. Jill consulted with their friends and was voted to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, let's see if anybody else came on to join us. Everybody's busy. Let's read on, darlings. Becky has since been in touch with Jamie's parents, and they told her they were completely unaware that Jamie had been in a relationship. She said the Thompsons couldn't have been nicer people. The night my BFF picked her up, Becky had just had her first date in over 4 months since she was ghosted by Jamie. She's trying to pick up the pieces and move on, though she said she still has days that she really struggles. My BFF told Becky that while she doesn't watch Married at First Sight, I do. Becky then said I was free to share her story. This is my friend. She won't do it because she wants to remain anonymous, but she does want her side of the story told. Oh, we know that's the truth, Becky. And aside purely from me, Beth Elizabeth and her father both seem a little more scary crazy than fun crazy. Ooh. Perhaps this is karma coming for Jamie. Interesting. This is my friend So Talk. My BFF can usually spot bull crap from 5 miles away. And in her opinion, Becky was not only telling the truth, but is still genuinely her. I believe it. I believe Becky's story. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I absolutely believe her story. I'm going to tell you why I believe her story. I'm going to tell you why. What do you guys think about this story? Let me hear what you guys are thinking first. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I believe the story. Okay? If you don't believe this story is true, it's all bull crap, okay, that's understandable. Fine. Okay, we're not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who believe this. I believe the story. I believe the story. Let me tell you why I believe the story. Okay? So she revealed that her and Jamie had started a romantic relationship, and after 8 months together, they were engaged. Now, you engaged, you didn't meet the mama. You didn't meet his parents. You got engaged, and you didn't meet his parents. You didn't meet any of his family, any of his friends. Okay, thirsty. Okay, let's read on. They were engaged. So Jamie proposed, didn't talk to his mama, didn't talk to his daddy, and alleged that they were not communicating, which seems very strange to me because in the videos they look like they're the best of friends. His mama is on him like, oh my God, that's my baby, take care of my baby. Okay, so then they had gone house hunting and chosen their dream home and were even planning to get a dog. Okay, cute. Okay, so you're engaged, you didn't meet the parents, and you're getting ready to buy a house. When's the wedding date? Did you get a wedding date? When was you gonna get married? My husband proposed to me October. He wanted to get married December. I said, nope, can't do it. I ain't gonna rush. I need to have a nice wedding, get my wedding gown, and I want to make sure you're not really crazy. Okay. So Becky felt that everything was going perfectly. The only gray cloud. Let me tell you how I see how backward Becky is, and a lot of women. The reason I believe Becky's story is because a lot of women are in this position, and a lot of women are clueless like her, and a lot of women try to hold on to men at any cost like her and Amber. Okay? So they were engaged 8 months after it was going close. The only great close that Jamie told her he was not close to his family. In fact, didn't speak to them at all. I'm not marrying no man who don't talk to their family. I'm sorry. I don't know about you. But if a man, my father always told me, pay attention to how a man treats his mom. And I live by that rule. My husband worships his mother. He loves his mom. And it's just unfortunate that, she passed 3 years ago. The baby was about 1, so she didn't really get to see little Michael grow up. And by the time Michael was born, she was starting to have, I think it's Alzheimer's. So she really didn't know, she thought it was Jeffrey, which is my husband's brother. My husband brought the baby, and he asked her, Mommy, do you know who this is? And he's like, that's Jeffrey. Granted, my son does look just like my husband and his brother. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures. The pictures of them are the same. So, so I personally would not marry a man who was close to his talk to your family. I know you might not be close, but at least have a conversation. Neither would I have accepted a proposal unless I met the mama and make sure I like her, or make sure they're not crazy or get tell. Okay? Like the strawberry letter this morning. Okay? Okay. So he was not close to family, didn't speak to them at all. He said his parents got angry when he decided to move to Charlotte. So I need to find out where does Jamie live? I thought they lived in Charlotte. I thought he lived in Charlotte and his parents live in Charlotte. So it's making it sound like he doesn't live in Charlotte. Okay? And they hadn't spoken since he moved. So I don't know where they live. So just past the 8th-month mark of their relationship, Jamie told Charlotte, here's the key, ladies. Here is the key that you have to, pay attention to. Okay? Some men don't come out and say, I don't want to marry you. You're not the one. And I feel as if Jamie is that one. I feel as if Jamie hasn't had a lot of relationship experience. He seems so naive. After 5 days, he's telling Elizabeth that he loved her. Men don't do that. Women, we like to say, oh, I love you. But men are very calculated, and they control their emotions very well. You don't get men saying I love you out of the blue or 5 days. Okay? So just past the 8-month mark, he felt he needed to go home and make amends with his family. Okay, good. I need to go home and make amends to my family. That's him trying to get away from her because she's rushing and pushing him and so on and so forth. Jamie also said so listen, I feel like I need to go home and make amends with my family. Jamie also said he felt like things might be moving too fast. See, that's the real issue. The real issue is he felt that things were moving too fast. And so to slow things down, he says, I need to go home and make amends with my family. But the truth is, it was going too fast. He wanted to get out of that relationship. He didn't know how to get out. He didn't know how to say, you know what, this is not working. This is not what I want. She probably wanted to have kids. Jamie said he doesn't want to have kids. She planned out the whole wedding and their whole life. And he's like, you know what, this is going too fast. And he don't know how to break it off. So he said, I'm going to go home and make amends with my family. Okay? I'm going to tell you why I think that. Okay? Just listen. Jamie also said he felt like things were going to say. He just needed some time. He said he needs some time and space. Okay? He wanted to go home to make amends with his family. He needed some time and some space. He needed time, he needed space, he needed to make amends for his family, and he felt as if things were going too fast. Hi, Rita. Hello and welcome. We're talking about Jamie's fiance. She has come out of the woodworks, honey. Okay? I'm reading the letter now, and I'm translating the letter. Okay? So Jamie said he wanted to make amends with his family. He felt things were going too fast. He just needed some time and some space, but agreed this wasn't a break and they were still engaged. Okay? He's going home to make amends with his family. He felt like things were going too fast. He needs some space. He needs some time. But you know what? This is not a break. We're still engaged. This is not a break. Why would he say that? And why would she agree that this is not a break? Because the truth is, ladies, this is why I try to tell women, men speak in code. And if we don't understand that men speak in code, for those of you, my sisters who are single and dating and want to get married, if you don't understand that men speak in code and to understand when they say A, they really mean Z, you ain't, it's not going to work out because they speak in code. So he says, to make it look good, he says, I need to go home and make amends with my family. I feel as if things are going too fast. I need some space. I need some time. This is not a breakup. He is, in fact, saying, this is going too fast. I need space. I need time. Too much at one time. Because what we do, women, is especially when that clock is ticking, we meet the man and we gonna get married and he gonna marry me, is we try to rush them too much. I want to get married now. I want to have a baby tomorrow. My husband, I remember we started trying for baby number 2, I think. And he said, oh, you want a baby? You want a baby like tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I want a baby today. As a matter of fact, today. And they, even with my husband, I can see I'm like, let me give you an example. I'm like, I might say something to him. Okay, let's talk about the blinds. Okay, we've been saying we're gonna get blinds. We've just been busy. So I asked him the other day, you said you wanted to get cardless blinds, right? And I was like, mm-hmm. So I said, well, okay, well, I'm gonna be looking while you're traveling. He's going away on his big, long business trip of a year. And I'm like, oh, it's torture. And I'm asking him, well, do you want the regular blinds? You want the wood blinds? And he's looking at the blind in 5 minutes. And I'm like, come on. Wood blinds or regular white blinds. But men are not like that. I know my husband, he got to think, and that's one of the things I love about him. Because he thinks, I'm like, yeah, I want the wood one. He's really, really thinking about it. And so women, we rush in, we want to get married, we want to have a baby, and we're doing it now, now, now. And he's yelling and screaming, and they say okay because they want to please us. But the truth is, it's too much for them. That's why he said, I want to make amends with my family. This is going too fast. I need space. I need time. And this is not a breakup. The truth is, this is a breakup. I need space. I need time. That's basically what he was saying. Okay? Still confident in their future together, Becky went ahead and purchased their dream home. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. She missed Jamie, but she wanted to be supportive. If you wanted to be supportive, you would have waited. So wait a minute. Jamie wanted to go home to make amends with her family, his family. Jamie said things are going too fast. Things are going too fast. Jamie said he needs space. Jamie says he needs time. Jamie said this is not a breakup, but you go and bought the home. Huh? Wait, you are engaged. He asked you to marry him. While he's home making amends with his parents, you went ahead and bought a house. You know what you're doing? You're trying to lock him into this contract that he can't get out of. A lot of women do it all the time. They go and get pregnant. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. It's in the Bible. You could go all the way back to Genesis and read about Leah, how Leah continued to pop babies out for Jacob and thinking the babies was going to let Jacob stay with her and let Jacob love her. And every baby she had, she said, now will you love me? I've given you a son. Will you love me? Rachel didn't give you nothing. 2 sons, Jacob, do you love me now? 3 sons, Jacob, do you love me? 4 sons, she said, you know what? I'm going to praise God. So a lot of women do that. You get pregnant. Hello, Shawnice. You trap the man having a baby. Hello, Shawnice. Yes, we all know. And I said it. I said she's going to trap him. Like it or not. Okay? Like it or not. Agree with me or not. It's the truth. He ain't going to say John. He be going in a minute. So this is what Becky was doing. He went home to visit his parents. You went and bought a house. First of all, you bought a house in your name because you couldn't buy the house together unless he's there to sign the contract. My husband and I, when we bought our house, both of us was at the bank or where the lawyer's office. We both went. Jamie's not broke. Both Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper commented about Jamie's class. Do you know what that means? Jamie's got money. Because with regular people, I have been watching from season 1, and not one time have they mentioned a person's class. When they mention a person's class, that means they're not just regular like me and you. Well, I don't know. Class. But they're not regular. They're not broke. And both Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper mentioned his class, and that's one of the things they said about Elizabeth. They're in the same class. That means they're not down here. They're not making $25,000 a year. These are people that has money, and so because of their income, they're in a different class than the rest regular people. Okay? So Jamie is not broke. So for her to go out and go buy a house without him, after he said, I feel like things is going too fast. I need space. I need time. This is not a breakup. Okay. So a man says that to you and you went out and bought a house. Your idea of being supportive is to go buy a house. After he said, I need space. I need time. This is going too fast. And this is not a breakup. You thought the best thing to do was to go buy a house and lock him into a house. He comes back and, oh, I bought the house. And he's like, that's what she's doing, trying to lock him into a contract, lock him into a house, lock him into a baby, not her. Oh, I'm pregnant. We need to get married. Shotgun weddings. I'm pregnant. We got to get married now. And he don't want to be there. Let's read on. Okay. Shortly after leaving to make amends with his parents, all of Jamie's social media went dark and essentially goes to Charlotte. Yeah, because he didn't want to be bothered. He didn't want you. Becky answered. Becky. He didn't want you, and he didn't know how to say, I don't want you. I don't want to marry you. I don't want to have 5 kids. I don't want this. Because a lot of women, what we do, Build-A-Bears, we choose Build-A-Bears and fixer-uppers, and we try to make the men into what we want them to be instead of choosing the man that we want. And so Becky was trying to make Jamie into what she wanted him to be. He was like, this is too fast. Things are going too fast. I need space. I need time. Whenever a man says things are going too fast, I need space and I need time, guess what? Slow down, give him space, give him time. Stop stressing him out. They can't think when they're, stop stressing him out. When we going to get married? When we going to buy this house? Who going to buy a house? You think if Michael had told me he needed space and time and he went, let's say he went on his long business trip, I'm going to go out and go buy a house. I didn't even, my husband works in New York, so when he comes home, it's late. So what I would do when we were looking for the house, I had a realtor, and a few times a week I would drive around in this district. I would not sign a contract with my realtor until Michael comes and look at it. This house, I was like, nope, I'm waiting for him. No, I don't think this house. Not this one, because he was away. I think he was away. He was away. January, yeah. January, he was away. He was away. For this house we bought, he was away. But all the other houses, because my husband travels, so it's not like he can jump on a plane and come back and see this house, But all of the houses, this is our 3rd house we put a contract on. He was there. We looked at a lot of other houses. We say that wouldn't work for us. This house worked for us because it had exactly what I wanted. The most important thing is a 3rd floor apartment with a bathroom for my daughter. So when I call him, I say, hey, I think I found it. This is it. I had looked at this house before. They didn't have what we have. They put it in the bathroom on the 3rd floor. He was like, do you love it? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. He was like, go sign the contract on this house. But the whole process, he was on the phone with me because it was January. He usually travels in January. So how do you go buy a whole house? How you want to be supportive while he go home and see his parents, and your idea of being supportive is to go buy a whole house with your money and your income. And that's a lot of women trying to lock men in, like Amber trying to lock men in, talk about, I'll take care of us. I make $80,000 a year. I'll take care of us. A lot of women do that because you want him so bad. You see this man, he's not exactly what you want, and you're trying to turn him into what you want. That's what she was doing. Because I'm sure Jamie was very clear about not wanting kids, or at least not right now. And maybe this girl is somebody who wanted kids like today, like I need to be pregnant today. Okay, I remember telling my husband, I need to be pregnant today. Okay, let's read on, my beloveds. Okay, I mean, who does that? Shortly after leaving, so all of his social media, all of his social media went dark. He wanted to get rid of you. He wanted to get rid of you, and you wasn't the right person for him. Because Jamie said, let's see if I wrote it down. I think my mother tore out a piece of paper out of my book. I don't know why she would do that because I had notes on it. Jamie said, let me see if I have it. It's probably my other book. Jamie said he wanted to get married, but he did not find the person he wanted to be married to. Okay? That's what he said. He said, I wanted to be married, but he didn't find the person he wanted to be married to. And he said he find himself second guessing himself. in dating. He said it. I wrote it down because I thought that was powerful, and I think I did a video on it, or I'm going to do a video on it. He wanted to be married, but he could not find the person he wanted to be married to. So this girl, Becky, was not the girl, because he didn't want to be married to her. And so he said he turned to the experts because he thought the experts could match him and find the person he wanted to be married to. And so what a lot of women do is we get these men, they're not what we want, and so we try to make them into what we want. That's what my new book is all about. Gathering data on the guys that we meet and date. Okay? I'm trying to find his exact words. If I wrote it down in this book. I guess I didn't. Okay, wait. Let's see. Jamie said, Jamie. Jamie, and let's don't like sign up because you sign up because okay, here it is, found it. Signed up because he wanted to get married but was having issues meeting the person he wanted to marry. There it is, right there. Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. There it is. Okay, let me move that up. Signed up because he wanted to get married, but was having issues meeting the person he wanted to marry. There you go. I wrote it down. I tell you, I could translate now. You need something to be translated, you call me and I'll translate it for you. Okay? So apparently Becky wasn't the one because he wanted to get married, but he said he has issues finding the person he wanted to be married. Okay? All right? So she wanted to be supportive, and her idea of being supportive is go buy in a house. So Becky couldn't understand what was happening until one of her friends, Jill. So her friend Jill is watching the show, and who's on the show? Her fiance marrying a stranger. And he's marrying a stranger because, as he stated, he had issues finding the person he wanted to be married to. He wanted to get married, but he had issues finding the person. And so he thought, to his surprise, that the experts, I think they didn't. I don't think Elizabeth is the right girl for him. Okay, I think Elizabeth is trashy, not classy, and I think Jamie needs a classy woman, and I just don't think Elizabeth is the one. So the friend, they went out to the bar, and who's on there? Jamie. And after 4 months, she's starting to date. I hope you don't try to force another man to marry you, Becky. You know who you are. Hi, Stephanie. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay, let me see anything else I can throw out in here. And then so she finally just been in touch with Jamie's parents. They told her they were completely aware that Jamie was in a relationship, so his mama don't know. And his mama act like they are best friends. The mama don't know. She talked to them, and they are very nice persons, but you should have talked to them before. I'm not accepting no engagement ring until I meet your mama and your daddy. Make sure you're not crazy. I met my husband. My husband took me to meet his mom in like a month or so. That's when I kind of knew he was going down the road of this is the girl, because I think he took me to meet his mom in about a month or two the most. My husband took me to meet his mom. And so I kind of knew, hey, he's serious. Then he asked to talk to my dad. I was like, oh, he's really serious. Okay. So now she's talking to his parents. They're very nice. They didn't know. She's trying to pick up the pieces and move on, though she says she's some days that she really struggles. You should struggle. You were forcing a man to marry you. You bought a whole house without him. You went and bought a whole house. You went and paid for this house. And Jamie's not broke. Jamie has money. Okay? Again, both Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper commented on his class. So that means Jamie's not just a regular everyday guy out here. And his dad said, Jamie is well educated. He said, Jamie is well educated. So the father is saying, well, maybe he should know what he's doing because he's well educated. So Becky wanted my friend to share the story. She wanted to do it anonymously. You know, she's not like bitter or anything like that. You know, she want her side of the story to be told. So I'm interested to see what's gonna come of this. But I just think that as women we can learn from this. Do not try to force a man to be with you, to marry you, to have babies with you, or anything like that, because it will come back and kick you right in your teeth. A man says to you, this is going too fast. I need space. I need time. This is not a breakup. What you think it's a breakup? He needs space, he needs time, he want to get away from you. He just don't know how to say this is not working. Or if he says this is not working, you will try to force him and beg him into staying with you. Hello, just look at Amber. You don't believe me? Look at Amber offering to take care of this. You don't know this man. Yes, they are married, but you're oh, I can't take care of you with my $80,000. You don't have to go overseas to play basketball. I can take care of you. And what did he say? You offended me. You disrespected me. You make it sound like I don't have any money. And I'm interested to see when they start talking about finances, because I just don't believe Matt's been playing basketball all these years and you don't have anything saved up. Nothing, absolutely nothing saved up. You want to get married, but you have absolutely nothing to take care of a wife. I have questions. So, what do you guys think about Jamie and his fiance, Becky? What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts, darling. Tell me your thoughts below. Leave it in the comment section for me. What do you think about this story? Do you believe the story or do you not believe the story? Do you think it's bullcrap or is it made up or what? It sounds real to me. I believe it. And you can tell Jamie is somewhat shy. That's why you see Elizabeth, she's one of those out there girls who's taking charge, and she's talking about, oh, we only have sex the night before we come back from the honeymoon. Really? Lies, Elizabeth. Lies. We know you, Elizabeth. We know you. Okay. All right. I'm going to run. My hubby took the kids to vacation Bible school, and I have another 2 hours by myself. I'm going to jump in my bed and eat popcorn and read a book. All right. I love you guys. See you later. I would love to hear what you think. Please remember to subscribe to Church Girls Want to Get Married if you have not, and remember to share. All right. Gotta go. Bye. 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 Bye.